Smoke until a stupid state, stay until it's late. Sweet like chocolate cake, talk just like the shit I roll off paper plates. Search for sweet escape because inside I feel I'm dying slow. I tell you all this.
What is going on, my dogs? Checking into you from inside of the E39 right now. I am all the way up in freaking Orlando buying up some parts to get this build going. So I just wanted to come to you at the start of this episode and just kind of show you what length I am going to try to make sure that this shit gets done. I'm up like 2 hours from where I live, like 130 miles, just to pick up something that this lady apparently bought a storage unit and these were in it. And this is just a weird story. So, while I got some time and I'm at a stop site, I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you guys what I'm doing here. So, long story short, to backtrack a little bit, I found these things for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and a lady had bought a storage unit, and it had a bunch of car parts in it, and these happened to be in there. And so, I saw them, and I just hit her up immediately. I said, I'm going to come up there, and I'm going to take a look at them, and I'm going to try to take these things home. And I tried to get them for $450. She wanted 500 bucks, and then I kind of got a little bratty because I was pissed off that she wouldn't take the deal. Because initially she said she would, and then her husband said, well, we'll let him sit, because he knew I was driving 2 hours and I wouldn't have denied it, you know, either way. Long story short, I got a full set of BC Racing coilovers for the Touring. So, they're brand new too. They're brand new, they've never been installed. Look. Brand new coilovers. Still wrapped. Those are the rears. You know how rare it is to find a set of Touring coilovers for sale? Just anywhere in general. It's insanely rare. And then for them to be brand new in the box BCs for 500 bucks, it's a steal. $900 coilover, hands down. So, we're gonna go ahead and hop back on the road. But we got the loot, dude. We're out of here. Got my soft clothes. By the way, there's so much shit in here because this is my mobile workstation. So I'm still about maybe an hour and a half out from home, and I'm gonna be hightailing it because I just want to go home, dude. It's like I've been on the road for freaking hours at this point, but I'm really stoked. So this is the start of the E39 build. This is the start. I mean, not the start. I mean, I've already kind of balls deep in this one. The headliner needs to be done, obviously. And that's on the list. I was thinking about doing a Starlight, but I don't know about doing it because I'd have to spend like $300 on a freaking on a Starlight kit big enough for a roof this long. So I might just do it all black suede. Do the pillars black suede. Do the pillars. These are shitty right now. I wrapped these earlier. These leather down here is all leather because they were originally leather on the M5s, but the ones that I got were kind of crappy, so I rewrapped those, did that side too, did the dash panel there, and yeah, so it's coming together. I'm gonna, after the black suede, I'm gonna leave it non-tinted. I just thought it would be really cool to have a wagon with no tint, and you just look up inside, and it's just Starlight headliner. I just thought that would be so rad. We're getting cracking on this project here. So these, I don't know if you remember these wheels, but I got them in a different episode. I got them off of an E46 that I bought that was broken, that needed repair. I fixed the car, sold it for profit, and I got these basically for free. And if you know anything, I kind of gave a little rundown on what they were previously. I think there was a honeybee on these. Oh, there is a honeybee right over there. He likes the gold. Anyways, so if you know rare or old German wheels and BMWs in general, then you know MK Motorsports. And these are MK1s. And they're missing the center caps, but I don't really care because I like the way they look this way. And it's like, that's like, needs to be cleaned out, but whatever. These are perfect E39 fitment. And they were on an E46, obviously didn't fit correctly. But I have an E39, so that works out perfectly. These are, the fronts are 18 by 8.5 plus 13. And the rears are 18 by 10.5, right? This one, 18 by 10 plus 20. So they're gonna fit really nice. Anyways, today we are gonna start prepping these down. So I got some aircraft remover, some aircraft stripper, and I got some little brushes, and I got some gloves and shit, and we're gonna paint this all on here. And then I'm at the car wash right now, and we're gonna pressure wash it off. And so I'm gonna get cracking on one. I'm gonna start with one, then start with the other, pressure wash one, and then just keep this chain going and try to knock them all out here pretty quickly. So I'm gonna go full polished. I'm gonna buff and wax the E39 because it is a Toledo blue metallic. And then so these are gonna be fully polished aluminum on a nice blue car with the caramel and black interior, and it's gonna look really sick. I'm super stoked for it, and I can't wait to get the car ready for show season. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, man, honestly. And then it'll probably be for sale in summertime, but we'll see. So I know like 90% of you have worked with aircraft stripper before, and you have probably removed paint off stuff before. But if you haven't, and you need a paintbrush and some gloves, because this shit is gnarly and it really hurts your skin, and it's definitely not good for you. So it is literally an acid. This is like as much of an acid as an acid can be, and it just burns you like crazy. And so I'm gonna go ahead, I got all the wheels laid out here. These are gonna look so sick. I mean, they're kind of cool gold like that, they are, but it's just like they're spray painted, and I don't want to have gold wheels on the car. I want full polished wheels. I feel like that's gonna look so much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and get going here, and I'm just gonna begin by painting the faces with and the windows with aircraft remover. And I forgot a freaking dish to pour the aircraft remover in. I'll find something. I'm gonna start by painting the faces and the windows, and then we're gonna pressure wash all that off, and then I'll do the barrels afterwards. All right, so I found a little cup in the back of my brother's truck over here, and I used that. Hopefully he's not mad at me. Oh shit, it can't be on the rubber, that's not good. But so I've had this one soaking for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. That was probably dumb too. Shit. I've had this one soaking for about 15 minutes, and I started doing this one and then also that one. So I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put some coins in there, and I'm gonna spray that one off. I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray that one off, and I'll probably, maybe I'll paint. I want to let it sit on there for a while, but I don't want to let it sit for too long. You know how that goes. So I might just paint that one and then just start pressure washing them. I don't know. We'll see. I ended up painting that last one, or I ended up doing the last one with the stripper too. So this one's been soaking for maybe 20 minutes now. I'm gonna do that, wash this, probably both these two, and let these sit for a second longer. And then I'm gonna wash these. I literally was messing with this one, and I left it there, and I guess it wasn't up there good enough. And it literally fell and smashed this glass, so hopefully my brother didn't need that. But just a bunch of bullshit on that. I was like rubbing my fucking shoe through stripper, but whatever. So we're gonna get cracking on this. I'm gonna go ahead and just plumb this thing and start washing. And whatever doesn't come off, usually you either get it with sandpaper or you hit it again afterwards, but it looks like it's coming pretty clean. Let's see. I basically ran out of time here. I gotta get the hell out of here. But look at, that's where we're at right now. They're stripped. There's still some stuff on there. Little bits of paint here and there, but all that stuff I'll be able to sand off. You know, I cleaned the barrels too, but they look so much better polished already. They look so much better than raw, just like that. And I'm gonna polish them, and they're gonna be so bitching on the wagon, it's not even funny. It's TE37 before TE37 was TE37, you know? So sick. So we're gonna load them up, get on home. So this side over here is already done. The BCs are in there. They fit really good, honestly. It's a very easy install, especially because this stuff all came apart really pretty easily. This isn't I mean, this car did go up north for a little while, but it was originally bought in West Palm Beach. This car came from Florida, went north for a while, lived in New York, and then came back down to Florida. And then I got it. So that coilover's done. They look really nice. They're just nice pieces of equipment. They really are. And then now this one's going in. And it was only a few bolts, you know. You have to take your tie rod off, your outer tie rod. You take both of these bolts out here. They hold the sway bar bracket, but they also one of them is the actual clamp for the shock, for the bottom of the shock tube there. And then you have to take your caliper off. The bracket bolts are completely seized in this thing, and so I just took the caliper off with the hex heads here, and so I didn't have a Allen wrench to fit that perfectly, so I just used a freaking Torx and got them out. But yeah, man, I basically I'm gonna start buying more electronic tools. My impact set broke and stuff a couple of months ago, and I just said screw it, and I've been working with hand tools a lot, which it makes me appreciate all the electric stuff a whole lot more. So yeah, I'm gonna drop this thing out of here, get this coilover in, and move on to the backside. Nice. Look at the size difference. Just overall length. It's gonna be, I'm gonna love how this car rides with this, because this is a heavy car. And so it's gonna ride nice on a set of coilovers. It really is, I'm stoked. But these things, it's really not that complicated. I love that you didn't even have to take any of the ball joints out down there. So, I know this episode jumps around a little bit, and I kind of been doing a lot of stuff to this E39, and that's kind of why it's like that right now. But I've been trying to, I just want to get this project done. And so just a little recap of how this episode went. I started off the episode going to Orlando to pick up a set of BC Racing coilovers for my estate, which is this car right here, the E39. I've got the fronts done already, and it's sitting pretty nice. It needs to be adjusted lower. I need more lows in my life for that right there. And then in the mid part of the video, right after that, it jumps to me later that day. I loaded up, I went and borrowed my brother's truck, and I loaded up the wheels that are the focal point of this build also into this truck, and I brought them down to the car wash, and I started stripping them. And so I've got these two out here that I've been working through, just trying to, got my dog out here too, Blue. But I've been going through buffing and cleaning these things, and like this is where we're at right now. Quite the shine, but it still has imperfections in it, so I'm probably gonna go back over it and just try to get these out, these deep scratches and stuff. But it does, I don't know if that's coming through in video. You know, this side's polished, this side's not, that's not. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. This is the third installment pretty much of the E39 build, and I think that I'll probably do 1 or 2 more episodes with this car. I want to do another episode. In the next episode, I want to put the wheels on it. Finally, I want to get the wheels done, get them on the car, get the coilovers done, and I'm still working on the rears. I've done this side, I'm still working on the rears, and we're gonna get those done too. So it's kind of a challenge to get the springs out of there on the E39 wagon, the Touring, and it kind of sucks. So I'm gonna try to invent a way to get those out of there, because the spring compressor is not working. You can't fit a spring compressor in here. So like, oh crap. So like this spring compressor, so you can't really fit a spring compressor in here to get these out of here, because the spring goes way up inside of the perch up in there. So you can't really get a spring compressor in there to get that out. So these are quite a challenge to get out without taking off all these radius arms, which are bad anyways. This dust arm's bad, and I need to replace that stuff, but it's seized in there, and I won't be able to get them out without ruining the knuckles completely. And I don't feel like buying brand new freaking thrust arm right now. So yeah, that's how that one's going. We're gonna sort that all out. So in the next episode, I'm gonna get those springs out of there, get the coilovers done, get them adjusted, get the wheels on here, get some tires, finish polishing them. I'm almost done with the underglows. Those look really sick too. And I'm gonna kind of just buff and wax the car, and it'll probably be done besides finishing the remaining. And I'll have another episode on completing the interior as well, because that's like its own part series too. So that stuff is on the channel. If you do like our content, we do have a bunch of other videos of E39 stuff out there, as well as other BMWs. We do like to focus on that. That's pretty much the main gist of our Auction Dog channel. I like to buy everything, but I do really enjoy the Bavarian stuff. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, you know, do all that good stuff. We do have merch on there that, you know, and our merch it's not just about our brand. We do like to highlight cool stuff about the car scene in general. So do check that stuff out, theauctiondog.com/merch or /projects. We have different things on our website. You know, we try to highlight our builds and do different things on our website. So just go check it out. And yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. Peace out, my dogs. Have a good rest of your day.